Hey everyone, welcome to Retro Reel Recaps. Today we're recapping the movie The Accountant. It's a thrilling story about a man with autism who is also a genius accountant. But he's not an ordinary accountant. He works for dangerous criminals, helping them hide their money. While on one of his tasks, he uncovers a huge conspiracy. And soon, he's fighting to survive while trying to protect those around him. Let's dive into the story. The movie starts with an agent arriving at a location to catch a dangerous gang. But when he gets there, he finds dead bodies everywhere. The person who killed everyone isn't shown clearly, we don't see his face. The shooter then points his gun at the agent, ready to kill him too. But for some reason, he decides not to, and lets the agent live. Next, we're introduced to a little boy named Christian. He's at the doctor's office with his mom and dad. Christian has autism spectrum disorder. This means he finds it hard to talk to people while looking them in the eye. He also struggles with self-confidence. But Christian has one amazing skill. He's really good at math. He can solve even the toughest math problems super quickly. The doctor suggests that Christian should stay with him for treatment. Christian's dad is a military officer, and he doesn't want to leave him there. But Christian's mom thinks it's a good idea. She believes Christian should stay so he can get the help he needs. Meanwhile, we see Christian working on a puzzle. He's almost done, but one piece is missing. This makes him really upset. He starts screaming and saying strange things, acting like he's lost control. Everyone around him gets worried. Then a little girl steps forward. She also has autism, just like Christian. She finds the missing puzzle piece and gives it to him. As soon as Christian gets the piece, he calms down. This shows that Christian has another special quality. Once he starts something, he can't rest until he finishes it. He has to complete whatever he begins, no matter what. Time passes, and Christian grows up to become a very skilled accountant. He goes by the name Christian Wolff. One day, an elderly couple sits down with him because they're in trouble. Their financial situation isn't good, and they're struggling to pay a lot of taxes. Christian explains a way they can reduce the amount of tax they need to pay. The couple is thrilled with his advice, and invites Christian to their home. They say, "Our farm is huge and you should come visit." Christian says he will come for shooting practice as he likes shooting. Next, we're shown the Treasury Director, Ray King. A woman named Mary Beth Medina comes to meet him. Ray says, "I've read about you. You're very talented. Everywhere you've worked, you've done an excellent job." Then he asks Medina about her criminal record. She stays silent and doesn't answer. Ray shows her a file of her crimes and says, "You've even been to jail." Hearing this, Medina gets up to leave. But Ray stops her and says, "Wait, if I want, I can keep all this a secret. But in return, you'll have to work for me." He then shows Medina a picture of a man. The man's face is not visible. Ray explains, "This man is known as the accountant. He mostly works with criminals. He helps them hide their black money from the government and also launders their money. I want you to find him." Medina is left with no other option, and she agrees to work with Ray after hearing this. After this, we see Christian at his residence. He finishes eating and then takes a wooden rod. He starts hitting his legs with it, causing himself pain. Christian does this on purpose to remind himself of his past. When he was little, his mom left him because of his autism. She was very troubled by his condition. And even though his dad tried hard to stop her, she still left. Seeing this happen, young Christian started hurting himself, and his dad had to take care of him. Now, as an adult, Christian hurts himself again, remembering all of this. Later, Christian goes to the elderly couple's farm, where they had invited him. There, he practices shooting, and we learn that Christian is an excellent sniper. After this, he goes to a secret place where he keeps many expensive weapons. There are also very beautiful and valuable paintings there, along with a lot of money in different currencies. How and why Christian has all this is explained later in the story when it goes back to the past. When Christian was in jail, he met a man named Francis Silverberg, who was a very skilled accountant. Francis worked for all the big, powerful people. He taught Christian everything he knew while they were in jail. Since then, Christian has been working with important people and has gained all his wealth and skills. One day, Christian gets a call from a girl. She tells him that many people have started doubting him, and he should now start working with normal everyday people instead of criminals. Christian listens and says he'll keep this in mind. After this, he goes to his next clients, Lamar Blackburn. Lamar owns a huge robotics company that makes robots, whereas Rita Blackburn and Ed Chilton are the major shareholders. They suspect that someone is stealing money from their company, and they want Christian to find out who it is. Christian agrees and says, "Okay, I'll start my work tomorrow morning." Meanwhile, we see Medina, the treasury agent who is still trying to find the accountant. She hasn't been able to find any information about him yet. At the same time, we're introduced to a dangerous man named Brax. He's a hitman, and we see him threatening someone in a car, showing how dangerous he is. The next day, Christian arrives at the robotics company to start his work. As soon as he gets there, he meets a girl named Dana Cummings, who works as an accountant for the company. She tells him that she had noticed money was being stolen from the company, but she couldn't figure out who was doing it. She hopes to work with Christian, but he refuses and says, "Sorry, I work alone." Dana leaves and Christian starts his work. Meanwhile, Medina is at a conference when she gets a call from her team. They tell her they've found a video of a man who looks similar to the one in the pictures she sent them. In the video, this man is killing everyone. Medina is trying to match the voice of the man in the video because she had heard him speaking earlier. Back at the company, Christian has started his work. He reads through all the accounts and figures out where the money is going. He explains this to Dana. Christian says to Dana, "Yes, you're right. Money is indeed being stolen, and it's being transferred to a company whose name isn't on our list." Later, Rita comes and asks Christian if he's found out who the thief is. Christian replies, "Not yet, but give me a little more time and I'll find out soon." Meanwhile, we see Brax, the dangerous hitman. He goes to the house of Ed Chilton, the shareholder of the robotics company. Brax forces him to take an insulin injection. He says, "Listen, if you don't take this injection, I'll kill you. And if I kill you, your wife won't get any insurance money. But if you kill yourself, your wife will get a lot of money." The man, terrified of Brax, injects himself and dies. The next morning, Christian arrives at the robotics company. He notices that someone has erased all his calculations. Then Lamar, who hired Christian, comes and says, "Ed Chilton, one of our shareholders, has committed suicide. We think he was the one stealing money from the company. So, the case is closed. You can take your fee and leave." But Christian has a habit of finishing every task he starts. After some time, Christian gets into his car and drives away. We see that another car is following him. Christian goes to the farm where he practices shooting. While he's there, he remembers how he and his brother used to practice martial arts. Their dad had taught them everything so they wouldn't fall behind in life. While Christian is practicing shooting at the elderly couple's farm, two thugs arrive and enter the couple's house. They tell the couple to go outside and kill Christian. As one of the thugs is taking the old woman out, Christian sees them. He quickly shoots one of the thugs with his sniper. The other thug gets angry and tries to take the elderly couple away in a car at gunpoint. Christian then catches the second thug and asks him, "Who sent you to kill me?" The thug replies, "I don't know who that person is, but I was told to kill you and the accountant of the robotics company, whose name is Dana." As soon as Christian hears Dana's name, he leaves immediately to save her. Meanwhile, Dana is heading to her hotel room. There are people all around her who want to kill her. Christian also arrives at the hotel and quietly makes his way up the stairs. Inside the room, a man attacks Dana, but she fights back. She hits him with a stove stand and hides in the bathroom. Just as the man is about to kill her, Christian shows up and saves Dana. Christian takes Dana to his secret place where he keeps all his things: expensive weapons, paintings, and money. When Dana sees all this, she's shocked. She wonders how an accountant can have so much. She doesn't know that Christian works for the biggest criminals in the world. Meanwhile, Medina gets a call from her agency. They tell her that the man they're looking for is also mentally ill. This gives her a new clue about Christian. Christian takes Dana to a hotel. She asks him how he learned all these skills, and he tells her that his dad taught him everything from childhood so he could protect himself from any danger. But he also says, "I have autism. I can't socialize, meaning I can't mix with people easily." After hearing this, Dana opens up and tells him about herself too. Christian then talks about the robotics company. He explains that whoever stole the money used it to buy shares of the company. Now the company is back in profit. This was a way to clean black money. After this, Christian goes to the house of Rita, another shareholder of the robotics company. He had seen Brax leaving that house earlier. When he gets there, he finds out that Brax has killed the shareholder. Why Brax is killing everyone will be revealed later in the story. Meanwhile, Medina finds out that the accountant they're looking for is none other than Christian Wolff. He had created a very small, low-profile identity for himself, saying he works with small companies and earns a small profit. Medina takes all this information to Ray. Christian goes back to Dana and starts thinking about his past. He remembers how his dad once told him and his brother to fight back against the kids who bullied them. They beat those kids badly. Thinking about this, Christian writes a letter to Dana and leaves it with her. He decides to leave because he thinks that if he stays with her, her life could be in danger. So he walks away. Meanwhile, Medina and Ray arrive at Christian's house. They start searching it and find many strange things, including a lot of weapons. They're shocked by what they see. There are cameras everywhere in the house. They realize that this is the man they've been searching for. At the same time, Brax meets Lamar, the same one who had hired Christian. We learn that Lamar has been getting the other shareholders killed so he can become the sole owner of the company. Brax has been doing all the dirty work for him. Back at Christian's house, Ray sends everyone out, leaving only him and Medina inside. Ray asks Medina why she killed so many people in the past. She explains that those people tried to force her sister to sell drugs, which made her angry, and she killed them. Later, she was sent to jail. Medina then asks Ray why he's so focused on finding the accountant. Ray says, "I was also part of the fight in the video you saw. I had gone to catch a big gang, but this accountant showed up and killed everyone. When he pointed his gun at me and was about to kill me, he asked me if I was a good dad. I said yes, and then he let me go. I couldn't see his face." This was the same scene we saw at the beginning of the story. Ray continues, "Then one day I got a call from a girl who told me about big criminals. One by one I started solving cases. Later I found out about Francis, who worked with very dangerous people. He was also a very skilled accountant, and he was the same man Christian met in jail. That man was released from jail, but the dangerous people he worked for caught him and killed him. When Christian found out about this, he escaped from jail and killed all of them." Medina asks, "Why did Christian go to jail in the first place?" Ray explains, "From what I found out, when Christian's mom left them and married someone else, she died some time later. When Christian went to his mom's funeral, his stepdad told him to leave. This made Christian very angry, and he got into a fight. The guards arrived, and when one of them tried to shoot Christian, his dad stepped in front of him and got shot instead. He died on the spot. Christian was blamed for violent and irresponsible behavior that resulted in his dad's death, and that's why he went to jail." Medina says, "Anyway, I don't understand why you're telling me all this." Ray replies, "I'm going to retire soon, but I want you to talk to that girl later. After that, you'll have to solve all the cases. I trust you. You can become a great treasury agent." Just then, Christian's house phone rings. When Medina answers it, it's the same girl who's been talking about the robotics company that's embezzling a lot of money. Now, Medina is ready to investigate this case. Meanwhile, Christian has figured out everything about Lamar, who had the other shareholders killed. He goes to the Lamar's house and starts taking down everyone there. But Brax and his men are already there. They have guns and are shooting at everyone. Christian takes out Brax's men one by one. Brax is watching all this on a screen and sees that Christian has entered the house. Then he notices Christian sitting in one place and reading something. This reminds Brax of something his brother used to do. Suddenly, Brax realizes that Christian is his brother. They haven't seen each other in many years. Brax quickly runs out and tells his men to stop shooting, but when they don't listen, Brax kills one of his own men. Then he fights Christian because he's very angry with him. Brax says, "Because of you, I lost Dad." Christian tries to calm him down, but Brax doesn't listen and continues quarreling with him. Both of them sit down, hurt. Brax starts asking Christian all kinds of questions. Just then, Lamar arrives and asks Brax why he hasn't killed Christian yet. Christian picks up his gun and shoots Lamar in the head, killing him. Christian then tells his brother, "I didn't come to you because there are very dangerous people after me. I didn't want to put you in danger, and I didn't want you to get into any trouble." Brax replies, "I'm in danger? You probably don't know, my brother, but I am a very big danger myself." Now we're shown a hospital where mentally ill children are treated. A new child with autism has arrived. The child goes into a room and sees a girl. This is the same girl who had given Christian the missing puzzle piece when he was a child. She has grown up now. This is also the place where Christian used to donate money so that children could be treated. We see the girl's dad, who is a doctor. The doctor is telling some people about his daughter who cannot speak. A special software helps her communicate. This is the same girl who used to tell Ray everything. She's very intelligent. She sits at her computer, finds out about criminals, and gives all the information to Ray. She also used to tell Christian about those criminals. At the end of the story, we see Dana. She receives a courier containing a very beautiful painting. This is the same painting she had seen at Christian's place and liked a lot. Christian had gifted it to her. Meanwhile, Christian is leaving town with all his belongings in his car because now everyone knows about him, and with this, the story of the movie ends. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting movie recaps. See you in the next video.